そなたは誰か新しい庭師なのか
Alright guys, welcome back to some more Umineko, sea cat, seagulls, see something when they cry. Wait a minute. If Umineko stands for sea cat, but it also stands for seagull, does that mean that Neko stands for both cat and gull? Anyway, welcome back to some more Umineko when they cry. Last time we had a little bit of a, luckily not anymore, but we had a lost recording of last part, so I had to redo it. And by redoing it, I got even further along than when I originally recorded it. So I got even further along in the story, which is great. So yeah, and we learned more about Beato and you know her past. I mean, like we're learning even more about her past now, right? She meets Rosa right here. And then after learning about her past, Ronovit talked about her and stuff. Lucifer came up, killed Battler, quote unquote, maybe ate him up or something, after a few weird phrasings. Then we went back to the dinner table, where Rosa started explaining about how she found this hidden mansion in the forest in Rokkenjima somewhere. And now we're seeing this flashback with Rosa and Beato. This is Rosa around middle school age, by the way. Middle schooler, so around the same age as well as Eva, you know, younger Eva. So maybe we're seeing a younger Rosa version. That's making me that's actually made me very excited. The possibility of seeing a younger Rosa, that's made me very excited. Definitely much more excited than younger Eva. So hopefully, if they took the time to design younger Eva but not younger Rosa, I'm going to be a bit humid. Humid? Sure, let's go with that. Humid. I'm gonna be a bit humid. Alright. So yeah, now she's meeting Beato, and apparently she quote unquote killed her. Rosa quote unquote killed Beato. So let's see how that happens. Let's see how this goes. Here we go. Rosa just barged in here without knocking, without anything, and then Beato's like, "Who the hell are you? New gardener? Who are you?" And now we're gonna see this unfold. Alright, let's go. Those were the first words she said to me. That calmed me down a little bit, because I realized that she could be talked with. Huh. Because I hadn't been turned into a frog just by meeting her eyes, like the terrifying witch in that fairy tale. Well, she's supposedly a human now, so she is a human now, because that was said in red. This is 1967, so she is a human. That's confirmed in red, so we know that.
ごめんなさい。勝手にお庭に立ち入ってすみません。そなたは誰か名乗るがよい。
Ishiromiya Rosa。
後ろ宮ローザと言います。
Okay。
後ろ宮。ほう。金蔵の一族の人間なのか？
Ah, so you're one of Kinzo's family.
はい、金蔵の娘です。
Kinzo's daughter.
こんにちは。
Good afternoon. Konnichiwa. I was just a little surprised. After all, father was a great man feared by everyone. And she had referred to him without using honorifics, so she quickly became frightening. After all, Rosa, little did you know, Beato is actually the woman he's desperate for. So, not only did she not refer to his honorifics, she's also the one he's secretly in love with. Yeah, she's frightening now, isn't she, Rosa? No, she's not. She's just a piece of crap. That's what she truly is. She may act all nice now as a human, but on a real, she's a piece of crap. After all, if she could refer to my fearsome father that way, she must be a witch with incredible power. After staring at me curiously, she beckoned me to come over to her. And I obeyed, although filled with belated trepidation. After all, I thought I really might be turned into a frog. And the closer and closer I got, the stronger that fear became. After all, you're saying after all a lot, Rosa. I said it several times already, but that woman and her dress in the flower garden and the mansion, that entire harmony was so fantastical and beautiful that it seemed separate from reality. It surely wouldn't have surprised me even if she was actually a witch. And I was truly lucky. She didn't turn me into a frog. As I awkwardly stood there stock still, she motioned to an open chair and urged me to sit down.
座るがよい。
Oh!
初めて訪れた者を庭へ招き、語らうのがわらわの唯一の楽しみよ。他に何の楽しみもないがな。
Hey! Let's look at this! Whoa! Look at that! Why does Beato look like an actual decent human being here? Well, I guess because she is human, not a witch here. Why does she actually look like normal? Like she actually looks like a person you can vibe with, which is crazy. Cause she's trash. She's a garbage person. We know this. So okay, and she's got tea prepared. She has tea prepared as always. She always has tea prepared. Alright, that's really cool though. That's really cool. Anyway, back. As she said that, she showed an unhappy smile for just an instant. Because I was full of a strange mix of tension and excitement, I rudely asked her a question suddenly.
あの森の魔女ベアトリーチェですか？
That's not very rude, is it? I think that was a normal question to ask.
いかにもわらわがベアトリーチェである。
やはりな、ベアトリーチェは実在したんだ。
その姿はまさに肖像画の。
ええ、まさにあの肖像画の通りよ。
She looked exactly like the portrait.
お父さんの想像の中の魔女じゃなかったんやな。
She's not just a witch from father's imagination.
それであなたは彼女と何を話したの？
What did you talk with her about?
彼女はお茶を入れながら私のことをいろいろと聞いたわ。まず森を抜けてやってきたことを驚かれた。彼女は柵の外には危険な狼がたくさんいると信じていたみたいだった。
It seems she believed that many dangerous wolves lived outside the fence.
だから私が森を抜けてたどり着いたと言ったらとても驚いていたわ。どうやって狼から逃れたのか、ビスケットを渡して許してもらったのか、
give the wolves some biscuits and run.
それとも魔法の街灯をかぶってなんて感じのことを言ってたっけ？
Did you cover yourself in a magic cloak though?
そりゃ確かに魔女っぽいわな。面白いお人や。
Interesting person, you say?
あなた黙って。
Quiet, honey.
ずいぶん昔だけど、お父様は森には狼が住んでいるから近寄ってはならないって私たちを脅さなかった？
Didn't father threaten us saying that wolves lived in the forest so we shouldn't get close to there?
ああ、そんなこともあったな。バカらしいね。日本の狼はとっくの昔に絶滅しているというのに。
Japanese wolves went extinct long ago.
まさに子供騙しだ
What
な
a。childish trick. Well, you guys were children back then, so how childish really was it? Childish trick works against children. Guess what?
記憶にねえな。そんな話、親父に聞かされたっけ？森には魔女だろ？狼なんて話、聞いたことないぜ。
Maybe you're too young to hear about the wolves, Rudolph.
あんたがまだ小学校だった頃よ。
You're still in elementary school.
覚えてない？
Don't you remember?
そしたらあんた、むしろ狼を撫でてみたいなんて言い出すもんだから。お父様はすぐに狼の話を引っ込めて魔女の話に切り替えたのよ。もうその嘘っぽいことと言ったら。
Interesting. So why is Eva pointing out that Kinzo specifically changed the story from the wolves to story about a witch because of Rudolph Elementary School? Such obvious lies, she says. That's interesting that she's saying this.
当時のルドルフには狼よりも魔女の話の方がてきめんだったね。よく覚えているよ。私の背中にしがみついた夜があったことを覚えているかね。
Don't you remember those nights when you clung to my back?
ルドルフさんにもそんな可愛らしい時代があったのね。
Kid is going, yeah, even my husband used to have that cute period.
うるせえな。子供の頃の話だぜ。
I was just a kid.
まあとにかくベアトリーチェを閉じ込めていたのがお父さんなら、同じ狼の話をするのは道理ね。彼にとって六軒島の広大な森は後ろ宮家と愛人の屋敷という相入れない二つの異世界を分断する越えてはならない壁だったのだから。
To him, the vast forests of Rockingham was a wall that shouldn't be crossed, dividing his two incompatible worlds, the Ushirome family and his mistress's mansion.
柵の高さを考えると、どうやら親父殿は庭ごと丸々を座敷牢にしたようだな。さながら二つの世界を分ける国境も同然だったのだろう。
A giant jail cell, just like the natural border dividing his two separate worlds.
狼はともかく野犬の類でもいたのではありませんか。そのための策だったかもしれません。
It could have been a fence to protect against stray dogs.
六軒島に狼も野犬もいないわ。その策は兄さんやキリエさんの言うようにベアトリーチェと私たちの間の国境だったんでしょうね。
しかし狼の話を素直に信じるなんて、なんちゅうか純朴やな。
I mean, she was a human. She lost her memories of being a witch, and she lived in that cage for her entire life. Yes, that is. I mean, I'd imagine someone like her would be extremely naive.
わしの想像していた魔女とは随分違う感じやで。
That's nothing like the way I'd imagine a witch. Exactly, because she wasn't a witch at the time. She was a human. She was like a nine. Actually, I don't know how old she was, but she was a teenager human. She was not a witch.
そうね。それは私も感じたわ。とても尊大で、確かに魔女のイメージ通りの人だったんだけど、どこかとても子供っぽくて。
Yeah, because she lived there her whole life.
なんていうのか、素直すぎるというか、世間知らずな印象を受けたわ。
She gave me the impression that she didn't know anything about the world.
例えるなら、本当におとぎの国の人みたいというか、本当に不思議な人だったわ。
She was a truly mysterious person.
それからどうしたんだ。親父の話とかは出たのかい。
Did you end up talking about that at all?
ええ。何日かに一度、約束されている日もあれば、突然の日もあったそうだけど、ふらりとお父様が訪れては、一緒にお茶を飲んだり、散歩したりしたんですって。私が訪れたその日は、たまたま彼女一人だったと言っていたわ。
By coincidence, she was by herself on the day I visited.
なるほどな。まさに愛人といったところだ。やれやれ。いくつ年下か知らんが、親父殿もやるね。
I don't know how much younger she was, but not bad, father.
いかがわしい意味での交流はなかったと確信しています。
Nazi still convinced that it was not an indecent relationship.
バカね。男と女の仰せに色気がないはずないじゃない。それでどうしたの？それから何の話を？
What did you talk about after that?
私の自己紹介をしたので、逆に彼女のことを質問したわ。
I then asked her about herself.
そうしたら、急に雰囲気が落ち込んでしまったの。なんていうのか、 とても気だるそうな、寂しそうな、私が初めて彼女の顔を見た時に浮かべていたのと同じ表情だった。
She was lonely.
まあ秘密の愛人だからな。好き勝手に歩かれてお袋に見つかっちまったらことだ。きっと軟禁に近い状態だったろう。
I'm sure this situation was almost like house arrest.
綺麗なドレスに綺麗な屋敷や庭があってもさぞや窮屈な思いをしてたんだろうぜ。そりゃ苦労もあったろうさ。それで
And then?
彼女はきっと何か悩みがあった。それを私に話したところで何の解決にもならないというような雰囲気が読み取れて、私もとても悲しかったのを覚えてる。
I remember getting the impression that it wasn't something that I could resolve just by talking to her and feeling very sad about it as well.
私と一緒にいることさえ忘れてしまったかのようで、遠くをぼんやり見ながらずっと無言でいたわ。
She seemed to have forgotten that I was even there.
私はきっと失言してしまったに違いないと思ったんだけど、謝罪の言葉すらも口にしていいような雰囲気じゃなくて、だから私も彼女が私と一緒にいることを思い出してくれるまでずっと黙ってた。
So I too remained silent for a long time until she remembered that I was there. Okay. Are we going back? When she did, she muttered unexpectedly. Far! New soundtrack again.
柵の向こうには本当に狼などおらぬのか。
Are there really no wolves beyond the fence? And now, waha! More Beato shots. Now she's holding the teacup for real. And I don't like the tone of her voice. She sounds like a normal person. I don't like it. Oh my god. Alright. Let's go back. We've seen enough of her. No wolves beyond the fence.
はい、狼なんて動物園でも見たことないです。
I've never seen wolves even in a zoo.
動物園とは何か。
What is this zoo? What's a zoo?
ああ、いろんな動物が飼われているところです。象とかキリンとかパンダとか珍しい動物がいっぱいいますよ。
動物園に狼はいないのか。ならずも怖くないかもしれんな。
狼がいたとしても動物はみんな檻に入ってますから安全です。
Speaking of animals put in cages, you're staring at one, Rosa.
だから安心して見学できるんですよ。
Do you feel safe right now, Rosa? She's right now in a cage of flesh. Alright? She can't use her witch powers against you. But watch out, one day she'll kill you and your entire family. The witch of the forest, of all people, was for some reason scared of and didn't like wolves. I remember it looked pretty comical.
それはわらわとどう違うのか。
See, I just mentioned that, Beato, but I was mentioning it in a joking manner, but you're being serious. She didn't even know about zoos. I explained how fun zoos could be, but it was very difficult to get a person like her, who had never been to one, to understand. Quite the opposite. As I explained it to her, her expression grew increasingly dismal. She couldn't see the difference. It seemed that, although this mansion surrounded by a high fence appeared at a glance to afford her a completely provided for life of comfort, she couldn't see how she was different from the animals shut up in cages.
わらわは何者なのか。皆はわらわのことをベアトリーチェと呼ぶ。
Am I loving you? Be your Well, get up, wake up, get out there. Ba-dum, ba-dum, ba-dum. Ba-ba-ba. infinitely free. Okay, sorry. Okay, I'm done singing Persona 5. I'm done singing. I'm done. I don't even know the lyrics to that song. Everyone calls me Beatrice.
それは確かにそなたの言うように偉大な魔女の名前らしい。
That does certainly seem to be the name of a great witch, as you say.
しかしそれはわらわではないのだ。わらわには魔法など何も使えぬ。わらわはその魔女の魂をこの身に封じられているだけなのだ。
Also, she's aware of it. She's aware of the fact that the soul of Beato is sealed in her body. Except she just grew as a normal human girl. I see, so she's aware. Okay, I wasn't... That's something that we didn't know, whether this human Beato was aware of that fact or not. There was definitely something mysterious about her. It wasn't just that she was somehow at odds with the world, but it seemed that she truly believed that a thing called magic actually exists. I think she talked about various weird things, but I don't remember the details. All I thought was, this might be a pitiful person. She was unable to leave this mansion of her own will, a prisoner without even realizing it. And she didn't know anything about the outside world, didn't even understand who she was. She probably vaguely understood herself that she was pitiful. But since she didn't know anything, it seemed that she couldn't realize that this was unhappiness. Ne-san, long ago, when I told you that I felt sorry for a bird in a cage, I remember you said this to me. A bird that only knows the inside of a cage doesn't long for the outside. That's deep. But she wasn't a bird. Okay, she was ultimately a human. Okay, right. Okay, so forget the metaphor. Forget the metaphor. Even if she had never been outside the cage, she understood that it wasn't the whole world. So I invited her. And that's how you killed her? You want to try going outside the fence. And that somehow killed her? Did she fall down? Oh, did she fall down the cliff that Rudolph was talking about? She fell down the cliff and died?
本当に狼はいないのか。いないですよ。絶対平気ですから。
You'll definitely be safe. Or maybe wolves actually exist and she'll get eaten up.
出たいぞ。だが、いつも門は閉まっている。
Don't worry, you'll get a bit dirty, but I found an entrance and an exit. There's a tree root that has given us an exit.
私が入ってきたところがあります。くぐり抜けられる隙間があるんです。そこを抜ければ外の世界があるのか。はい。狼は本当にいない？はい、いませんよ。
Man, she's that scared of wolves? Hey, Battler, you know what to do. Turn into a wolf. She has goats working for her. Maybe goats are natural enemies of wolves, cause what the hell? Alright, turn into a wolf. Get her good, yo. I'd only planned to invite her for a short walk, but she kept looking over her shoulder at the mansion as though she were seriously deliberating over something. Then I learned what she was preparing herself for.
わらわはもうここは嫌だ。外へ出たい。そしてわらわが何者で、この世界はどうなっていて、わらわは何のために生まれてきたのかを。
I didn't know what her life had been like until then. It was probably something that she couldn't express easily. If it was harsh, she just had to say that she wanted to escape. If it was sweet, she just had to say that she should stay. She would stay. To liken it to something, perhaps it was similar to how a hot fireplace on a winter day makes the air get thicker and thicker, giving you a headache? Even though you know that you shouldn't keep things the way they are, you still need the courage to open the window and be tormented by the cold wind. Right. Okay. She was starting to realize that she couldn't stay there forever. She was starting to realize that she had to go outside sometime. But since she didn't know about the outside world, to take that first step outside must have required an imaginable amount of courage. Right. And she had taken that into consideration and resolved herself. She had put that resolution to go outside into the words for what was surely the first time in her entire life. I hesitated slightly. It had been decided that she would live here by father. It was as if she were father's beloved bird in a cage. If I just let her escape, wouldn't I be harshly scolded by father?
見たい
But you don't care about that at this point. You've already been harshly scolded by your mother just not too long ago. You might as well get a second scolding while having fun with Beato.
何を動物園が見たいのだ
Is she blushing? She's blushing. God damn it. Okay. She wants to see a zoo. Really? There's so many more awesome places in the world. Actually, a zoo is pretty cool. It's not the worst. It's not the worst. It could be worse. I mean, an aquarium. I was gonna say they visited an aquarium last episode, but an aquarium and a zoo is not that different. The biggest distinction is just one is fish animals and the other one is just land animals. Maybe they should make a zoo aquarium. Oh, I'm so bright. I have such great ideas. I was just a little surprised when she finally showed me a very soft smile. Yeah, and she's blushing as well. That might have been an inner peace coming from her newfound readiness to venture out from her cage. Woo! A soft smile which I wouldn't have imagined could have come out of that dark face.
そなたと話すと知らないことばかり出てくるわらわは学校なるものもわからぬし動物園も知らぬ映画館も知らぬ遊園地も知らぬそしてそれを知りたいと心の底から思う
Movie theaters in 1986 must have been wild.
そなたはわらわをそこへ連れて行ってくれるのか
Except none of those exist in Rokkenjima. Movie theaters out here, amusement parks, aquariums, we don't have those in Rokkenjima. I was nervous about how I would do it and keep it a secret from father. But her face looked so happy, so I went along with her and nodded. But it seemed that the meaning behind my vague expression was not communicated to her. It seemed that she believed that I would really take her to all of those places if we left. She was pure and genuine. She had probably never been tricked by anyone. Yeah, it's like Roscoe's thought what you just said a second ago. She seems too honest. She was too honest. No, maybe it should be said that she hadn't been taught how to doubt. Her face was somewhat radiant and yet pathetic. I wanted to somehow grant her modest wish.
わらわはもうベアトリーチェは嫌だわらわが何者なのかベアトリーチェではない新しい人間を始めだからここから連れ出してほしい
Whoops.
もう紅茶もいらぬドレスもいらぬ金蔵とも二度と会わぬ
I won't meet with Kinzo again. Woo! And that was the last time Kinzo ever saw her.
ここよりわらわを連れ出してくれローザ
Rosa. However, that responsibility was one that a child such as me couldn't possibly bear fully. But her serious gaze and her brilliant smile, almost as though an evil spirit had lifted from her, made me feel a little curse. It made me feel a little curse start to rise up inside myself. This was definitely something that would get me in a lot of trouble, but it was definitely the right thing to do. I don't know how it will turn out, but I'll take her out. Of course, I won't be able to ask help from father, and not mother either. So should I talk to Onisama or One-sama? No. What about that reliable Genji-san? Or that's right. What about Kumasawa-san, to whom I can always talk when I'm in trouble? I'm sure they'll be able to do something. And then you go ahead and kill her. Anyway, for now I'll take her out of here, because this is no longer a place where she wishes to be. Okay. And so I took her to the crack in the fence and led her outside. She was all nervous, checking to make sure there were wolves around. Not this wolf bullcrap again. But after that, fear disappeared. She seemed somehow to be having fun, even just walking around this dense forest. Okay. Every time she found something, she would ask me about it. And they were all really minor things. What's that flower? What's that leaf? And that sound? And that smell? It was really like the inside of that fence had been her entire world. So to her, who had stepped out of the world, this was, it's strange. In the beginning, when I first saw her, I thought that she was the absolute incarnation of a witch relaxing by a witch's mansion. But now it was different. Or actually, the complete opposite. She had gone out of a world she had believed to be finite, and was full of joy at realizing for the first time that the world was endless. So everything she saw was near. It was almost as though she was the one who had been thrown into a fairy tale. If she was Alice, then I felt almost like a rabbit holding a watch. To her, it was probably a really fun walk, filled to the brim with excitement. But as for me, the truth was, I was completely bewildered. After all, I had walked randomly to get there, so there was no way I could have known the way back to the mansion. And she somehow died? There were no lights in the forest, and I hadn't brought a flashlight. I realized that it would be terrible if it got dark while we were still like this, and grew impatient. She was too innocent, and apparently she couldn't understand at all how frightening it would be to face the night inside the forest. But I was the one who had brought her outside. Somehow I had to take responsibility and resolve the situation. So I thought that from now we should just go out to the sea. If you then follow the coast around, eventually we should definitely be able to make it back to the mansion. Hey, good thinking, Rosa. Even young Rosa had some good thinking. However, that was much more of a problem than I had imagined. After all, I didn't have a map or a compass. So you don't know the way to the sea. There was no way I could walk in a straight line through an uncultivated forest, and I had immediately lost my sense of direction. I already had no clue which trail I had come by and was completely lost. At this rate, night would definitely fall before I even knew where I was walking. But I didn't have the luxury to complain. Because that woman falling behind me was so innocent and having so much fun. Therefore, for the sake of her smile if nothing else, I absolutely had to guide her out of this forest. Gritting my teeth so that I didn't show her a troubled face, I pushed my way onward through the pathless woods. We found the sea! And although we had various troubles, we were lucky enough to make it to the sea. Yo, this is beautiful. Let's just stare at the sea for a bit. Look at that. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. Great. Imagine living in a place like that. Anyway. That time, I still didn't have a clue where I was on the island. But for the time being, I was just a little reassured, realizing that if I just went around this way, I would surely be able to return to the mansion. Except there's a cliff here. There's a cliff eventually. Of course, Although I said that we reached the sea, we were on top of a rocky cliff. Yup, here we go! I just mentioned it. We were on top of a cliff. She falls off the cliff and dies. This is, I already see how it's gonna go. The beach was far below us. Here we go. How is she somehow gonna fall? Is she gonna stumble on a rock and just fall and die? I was tired from walking around the forest for so long, so I thought that even though it was a rocky beach, an open area would probably be much easier to walk in. Alright. So I planned to somehow go down the rocky cliff. It did look pretty dangerous, and I wondered if there was some other way. However, Beatrice agreed with my plan without any doubts. Even though she was probably older than me, she obeyed me truly obediently, almost as though she were some kind of chick who believed I was a mother bird. Oh my god, yeah, imagine going down that cliff. That's rough, buddy. I searched to see if there wasn't some place where I could go down the cliff. And I found a place where the cliff had crumbled into a slope. Oh. It looked a little dangerous, but if I went down on both hands and both legs, like I was crawling, I thought it would probably be okay. Alright. What about Beato? What about Beato? She's wearing a dress. She's not like you. She can't just do that. She can't just crawl down.
気をつけないと危ないけど、とにかく海岸に降りて、あとは沿って歩けば、もう迷わずに済むと思うの。ローザがそうするのならそうしようぞ。わらわは迷うとやらも楽しいぞ。とても愉快だ。
It's that Luffy mindset, yo. Beata's that Luffy mindset. The navigator, Nami, will be like, hey yo, we're gonna get lost if you go this way. And Luffy goes, yeah, but I find getting lost fun. That's part of the journey, that's fun. Speaking of getting lost, freaking Zoro. Anyway, she really had no sense of danger. There was probably no mistake that she had lived a life without discomfort. Even though she knew it would get dark when night fell, she couldn't imagine how dangerous the inside of a forest could be without a light. Furthermore, it seemed that she couldn't grasp at all how dangerous it might be if she fell off from the cliff. Let's see. So she's extremely scared of wolves, but nights and forests and the cliff, yeah, she doesn't care. I warned her once more to be careful, and I'm guessing she fell off and died. I can see where this is going. I cautiously examined the place where we could go down. It looked pretty high up. I think it might have been about 10 meters down. Alright, that's a decent fall. I mean, it's sizable. Is it enough to kill someone if they fell down? 10 meters? Yeah. It's enough. It's enough to kill someone. Yeah, it is. It is. God damn it, Beato. If you looked at it from the bottom up, it would probably have looked shorter than the roof of the mansion. But looking from the top, it felt almost like staring down from the Tokyo Tower's observation room. Makes sense. Things always look much shorter when you're looking from the down up than from the top down. So yeah. Alright, but Beatrice still appeared to be completely without fear. It felt as though she had never even been taught that high places were dangerous. No, maybe she truly believed that she was a witch, and that she could fly, so there wasn't anything dangerous.
気をつけてくださいね。結構高いから。うん。気をつけるぞ。下へ降りたら海があるな。
Umi! Like Umineko! Ah! Well, you're saying you'll be careful, but you clearly weren't careful enough.
そこに水族館があるのか。
Is there an aquarium there?
いえ、この島には水族館はないですよ。
No, on this island.
でも海にはたくさんの魚がいると思います。
そうか、魚はいるのか。そなたが話してくれたクジラとかイルカとかペンギンとかはいるのか。
I don't think you'll find penguins in this area, but
いえ、そういうのは水族館に行かないといないです。水族館は島を出ないとないですよ。
そうなのか。ただ楽しみだ。クジラとはどんな魚なのか。
what kind of fish are whales? Can I ask, by the way, is Beto talking right now? Is this the same voice actress as the piece of crap Beto? Like the cackling Beto? Is it the same voice actress? Genuinely, her voice sounds so different. The tone of her voice sounds so different. I can't even make out if it's actually the same voice actress or not. I guess that just goes to show how talented the voice actress is, that she can do such a different voice. But yeah, what kind of fish are whales?
すっごく大きな魚で、あれ、哺乳類かな。それで潮を吹いたりします。
Because I feel like Rosa's voice actress is the same, right? Surely. I feel like I can hear Rosa's tone in there. But I can't hear that for Beato. She sounds really, really different. But that's also because Beato's voice is very exaggerated in both directions here. Anyway, they spit out seawater. Oh, okay, even now she's doing the cross ho. Even in this form. She's still blushing, by the way.
ならばイルカは。
頭のいい魚で、あれ、これも哺乳類だっけ。
Dolphins are really smart fish. Aren't dolphins like the second smartest animal in the world or something? Like they're apparently really, really smart. Surprisingly enough.
とても頭が良くて芸とかを覚えられるんですよ。
Dolphins have surprisingly high IQ. Oh, she did the double cross. Cross. You need to one-up that one day, Cross. She did the ho-ho. That's crazy.
ならばペンギンはどうなのか。
What about penguins?
あれ、これは鳥類だっけ。
Yeah, penguins are kind of birds, aren't they? They're kind of like a mix of birds and fish in a weird way. I don't really know.
なんだ。水族館なのにさっきから魚が出てこんぞ。
Uh-oh. Beto's getting annoyed. She's doing fish. He did not promise me birds. I don't care about birds. I don't care about the seagulls, about the Uminekos.
まあその魚だけでなくいろいろな海の生き物がいっぱいいるんですよ。
She did another ho-ho. I was not expecting a double ho-ho. Ho-ho.
それはとても楽しみだ。
What? Really? Just like that? What an idiot, Beato. I mean, we knew you were gonna fall, but just like that, we told you to be careful. It's your fault at this point that she died. She made some... might have described it as a funny, rushed, and short voice. No, probably it was a scream, I think. She suddenly made a sound like that. Her body separated from the cliff and gently fell down. Gently? I immediately thought to say to her, how many times did I warn you to be careful? It was the thought of a child. It was how a child immediately gets mad when something happens, trying to show that they are not at fault. Of course, I said it too. Are you alright? How many times did I warn you? Blood.
それで崖から落ちてどうなった？
After she fell down from the cliff, what happened? Well, she died, obviously. She bled out and died.
彼女はどうしたんだローザ。
What happened to her, Rosa? Rosa fell silent. Her gaze fell to her feet as though she were seeing through the floor to some disgusting memory.
死んだ。
Eva's brutal words were the ones that Rosa had most wanted to avoid. And when she was hit with them, she screamed in resignation.
死んだわ。岩浜だったもの。尖った危険な岩がたくさんむき出しになっていた。目を見開いたまますごい血が溢れ出してたちまち真っ赤な絨毯を広げていった。声をかけたわ、揺さぶったわ。でも彼女は返事はおろか、瞬きすらも。私が悪いのよ。
That's crazy.
彼女はドレス姿だったのよ。あんな動きにくい格好なのをしていたのに、私が壁木を降りようなんて言ってしまったから。彼女はすごい素直だったから、私の言うことに何の疑いもせずに従って。
いつまで死んでいるつもりか。いい加減に目を覚ませ。
Hey, let me stay dead. Freak you.
まったくわらわの預かり知れぬところで勝手に肉塊に姿を変えようって。
No, I like the innocent Beato a lot more. I don't want to see you again. Also, me turning to a lump of meat, I guess it matches with the timing of you turning to a lump of meat 19 years ago. Don't revive me right now, Beato. Don't revive me. Let me stay dead. Frick you. I don't want to talk to you. Oh, she's reviving me.
おめえのとこの太もも姉ちゃんとイチャついてただけだぜ。それより、これはどういうことだ？
I mean, he was in a weird way flirting with her. Like the phrasing made it seem like they were actually heavy flirting. So I guess in a way Battler's not completely wrong. Although she did end up killing him.
見たままよ。わらわは足を踏み外して転落し、死んだ。
What an idiot. You missed your footing and died? That's a freaking dumb way for a witch to die, I'll tell you what. I guess you were a human back then, but it's still you, I don't care, you suck.
なんだと？19人目として登場しておきながら死んだだと？ふざけるな、そんなわけはない。ローザおばさんは子供だったし焦ってた。医者がいたわけでもない。多分死んだと誤解しただけで、お前は多分その仮死状態か何かで生きていたんだ。
Watch as she confirms it in red.
そうだろ。
It can't be. She's obviously alive. Otherwise she wouldn't be here in front of me, right? She's gonna say it in red. Ah. The kid-aged Auntie Rosa was shaking Beatrice's body, crying. I too stared into that face, but her eyes were still open, and it really was a corpse. I wanted to brush it off with something vague like a state of apparent death. But from any angle, there was nothing apparent about it. She really didn't look anything but dead. Beatrice had fallen upside down from a cliff of that height, and her head had smashed against the pointed tip of those sharp rocks. You would die, wouldn't you, from that height on those rocks? Yeah, 10 meters on those rocks? Yes, you would be dead. But I can't accept that. No matter how dead she looks, she has to be alive. And she became this damn irritating witch. That way, all of the inconsistencies fit. She'd been confined by grandfather in a hidden mansion the whole time. And then to avenge herself, she planned out her revenge and would go on to commit a number of atrocious murders. Auntie Rosa probably just mistakenly thought that she was dead. She was really alive, and as soon as Auntie Rosa left, she miraculously started breathing again. And then she somehow lived until today and would open the curtain on the scene of her revenge. Otherwise the facts don't fit together.
そう簡単には騙されねえぞ。赤で復唱できるか。確かに死んだと。どうせ生きてるんだろ。見え見えだぜ。
それのどこが生きているように見えるというのか。間違いなく死んでいる。
Ah, she confirmed it in red. She's definitely dead. Alright. That's in red. I feel that the 19th person whose grandfather's mistress was a human Beatrice broke down. I thought I'd managed to sag from a defensive position into a counterattack, but...
なら、お前は何者だってんだ。
I mean, you know how she's gonna reply. She's just gonna say she's a witch.
お前はたった今死んだんだろうが。まさか魔法で蘇ったとか言い出すんじゃねえだろうな。
すでに説明したと思うがな。
You have?
そこに倒れているわらわは確かに魂はわらわだが、その体はわらわをうつしおへつなぎ止めておく肉の檻に過ぎなかった。そしてその肉の檻がこうして壊れた。それがどういうことかわかるか。
Your soul is free, you're back to being a witch. Haha, hilarious. We believe that, totally.
もうさっぱりだぜ。好きなだけ魔女っ子トークに興じろよ。チャカの代わりに聞いてやら。なんだ、空っぽか。おい、紅茶のおかわりを頼むぜ。
ロノエ、客人が紅茶をお望みだ。
When Beato clapped her hands, Ronove appeared. Alright, we're gonna be meeting this guy again. Butlers sure are convenient.
おかわりですね。
Genji or Ronove, who do you guys have? I prefer Genji personally. Genji the goat.
かしこまりました。どの程度お継ぎしましょうか。
How much shall I pour you?
どうせチャカがボリューム満点だろうからよ。半分でいいぜ。
それでも、なみなみとお入れするのが英国式でございます。
Well, you guys are Japanese, or at least Battler is, so just keep it moving. And so is Beato, in a way. Yeah? Her human form is. Even though just enough to wet my throat would have been fine, he filled it to the top with tea. I turned my back to Beato, sipping it in silence.
ちょっと目を覚ましてよ、ベアトリーチェ。
Rosa shook me. No, shook the corpse that had once been me. I watched over her from a short distance away. Ah, so I fell from there and died. I believed that was true for a while. After that, I saw Rosa spend a long time beside my corpse, then watched her as she ran away. Eventually, I realized that it was a different individual from that corpse. Distant. New soundtrack, I think? No, we've heard this one before. We've heard this one before.
そうか。
We've heard that one before.
わらわはわらわか。
She's realized who she is.
ようやく金蔵の戒めから逃れられたのか。
I see. And of course, the reason why she didn't just think about killing herself to free herself is because obviously she wasn't aware. Because that's her human form. It's a different person, in a way. Eventually, I felt the memory returning. The fact that I was an endless witch who had lived for 1,000 years. And then I remembered that I had been summoned by Kenzo and for a long time had been imprisoned by him. While I had been imprisoned in a cage of flesh, I had completely lost my memory as a witch. However, thanks to Rosa, if you could say that, thanks to my accidental but fortunate death, I had now finally brought myself together.
ローザ、そなたはわらわを死なせてしまったと後悔しているだろうが。 わらわにとっては感謝したいくらいよ。
I see. I could even thank you. Okay. Rosa was already nowhere to be seen. Ah, she just ran off. She was like, "It wasn't me! It wasn't me! Police!" Had she gone to call a doctor, or had she escaped from a scene which had become frightening? Kind of the latter. She just doesn't want to get the blame for it. That no longer matters. That soulless shell is no longer worth anything. All that aside, how frail I am now. Even this glorious midday sun is agony to me now. I destroyed my human form, and I changed it to several gold butterflies. Ah, I was eventually gonna mention it, but I waited. I was gonna mention, like, so nobody ever found her body. That means that her body should be somewhere on that beach now if you go check it out. But okay, she destroyed it. Okay. Sure. Yes, with my magic power as full as it is now, this form is easier. Butterflies. Butterflies is easier. The sky. Staring at the sky. She's going into butterfly mode. And to escape even a little from the light of the sun, I rode the wind and lightly passed over the cliff. It will probably be somewhat cooler in the forest. Anyway, I'll take some time to recuperate and regain my original power. As I think of how I'll pay Kinzo back for all he has done. By setting up a ritual to kill his whole family? Is that it? Rude! Dancing alone. Okay, rude, but not just rude, but also I didn't deserve that. Alright, my grandfather is a freaking idiot. I didn't deserve that. Why do I deserve to die for that? And be tortured. Come on now. Dancing alone through the air, I looked down at the shore one more time. On the rocky shore lay the figure I had once possessed, and that I would eventually regain. To regain the form of that physical body I've thrown away, it will probably take more than 100, 200 days. It might require 1,000 days, or maybe even more. Hey, okay, 1,000 days is a lot. That's a lot of years. A couple years, that. I don't know exactly how many years, but that's a couple years. Over 3 years or something. Alright. However, I am the Endless Witch. The Golden Witch was lit for 1,000 years. Waiting any countable number of days is no problem at all. Oh, Kenzo. You may regret that you are not here now. No longer will you be able to capture me. See, I can't cackle. Leave that to her. And her annoying crappy self. I can't do that cackling, man. Look, yeah, that one. Okay.
それでお前は黄金の蝶に姿を変え森の中に潜んで魔力が回復するのを待った。
そういうことだ。そなたを嘲笑するためにこの姿を取るが、本来は蝶たちの姿でいた方が魔力的には楽なのだ。
So you're telling me you look like this not because you originally looked like this, but because your homunculus incarnation thingy, whatever, looked like this. So maybe the real original Beato, you know, the original human Beato, looked different. Just saying. Then there's also the question of who her master was. Her master Beato with white hair. That's another question. Okay.
無理しねえで楽な格好で嫌がれよ。ムカつく笑い声を聞かずに済むぜ。
Hey, come on, we just told you not to cackle.
蝶に姿を変え森に紛れたわらわを探し出すことなどもはや金蔵には不可能なこと。
Okay, so I'm right. Kinzo can't see the butterflies. His magic power is bad. He can't see them.
だが 金蔵も指を加えているわけではなかった。しかしわらわを捕らえる方法はすぐに用意はできぬ。そのためまずはわらわをこの島から逃さぬ方法、そしてわらわが力を取り戻すことがないよう即座に手を打ったのだ。やれやれ、とにかく金蔵の執念深いことと言ったら想像を絶する。あれに惚れられるのもなかなかに辛いものだぞ。
蝶になったお前を逃がさない方法？なんだよ、森全体に蚊帳でも張ったってのか？
I don't know why that made me laugh so much. Good one, Battler.
うん。それを魔法的に行ったのだ。
Okay, so you kinda did do that.
そなたは知っておるか？船着き場の先の洋上に岩礁が浮かび、そこに小さな東洋魔術の祠があること。
Yep. I expected that was where it's gonna go, considering Shannon and everything. Yeah, okay. So he helped make that shrine, or he put magical influence into that shrine so that you can escape. So you belittling Shannon, saying, "Oh, you destroying the shrine doesn't do anything." You were just lying. Her destroying that shrine was big for you in episode 2. And the sea in front of the harbor floats a reef. And just it's a small shrine of Eastern magic. Okay.
ああ、あれか。今年はなくなってたけどな。
Yep, because Shannon broke it. The Torii Gate.
昔、修験者が作ってったとかいう祠なんだろ？
Yeah.
六軒島は元来歪みのある島でございます。魔力的な存在やそれに類した存在を引きつけます。お嬢様もそんなうちのお一人でございましょうね。紅茶のおかわりはいかがですか？
More tea!
いただこうぞ。
Itadakozo.
それらは人間たちに害をなし、おそらく数々の不気味なる伝承を残してきたであろう。それを聞きつけた東洋魔術師が古代に設けたのがあの祠なのだ。長い時間を経てその力は失われておった。金蔵はそれを修復することで島の結界をよみがえらせ、わらわを再び島に縛り付けたのだ。
I get it. So that Eastern mage built a shrine to form a barrier. Then the power was lost, and Kinzo repaired it to tie you to this island. I see. So Shannon did big things for you in episode 2, yet you talk like she did nothing for you. Alright, Beato. You're even more of a prick than... I mean, I already knew that she did big things for you, but you're a prick. Alright.
西洋魔女のお前に東洋の魔法なんて通じるのかよ。
本来は相性が悪い。しかしわらわを封じたいという目的においてはある意味都合が良かっただろうな。わらわも西洋魔術であれば心得がある。どのような結界であっても何かの手が打てたであろう。しかし東洋魔術は専門外よ。
Ah, you suck.
わらわが飲まんとするスープに対しスプーンではなく箸を与えられたようなものだ。
Can you even eat soup with chopsticks? Is that even possible? Right? I don't understand noodles, but I don't understand. But with noodles, you drink with the whole cup, though. But I don't understand soup without with chopsticks at least. I'm sure you can eat soup without a spoon, but with chopsticks?
東洋魔術が強く支配する空間では西洋魔術はひどく力を失います。ただでさえ1000日はかけたであろう力を取り戻す時間を さらにさらに長くかけねばならなかったのです。
So it took her 19 years, you're telling me?
それで約20年かけて魔力を取り戻し、今こうして蘇ったって言いたいのか？
Yeah, 19 years. Got it.
辛く長い年月であった。わらわは黄金の蝶の姿のまま長く日々を送り、金蔵の屋敷を見つけ、奴の日常を見守った。どのように仕返しをしてやろうか、それを思案することだけを日々の楽しみに生きてきた。
Haha, 20 years of revenge? That's rough.
わらわにとって幸運だったのは、その間の20年間、金蔵はわらわを探し出し、捕らえるあらゆる秘術にことごとく失敗した点だったか。人間に起こせる奇跡の数などたかが知れている。わらわをあれだけ長く捕らえていただけでも十分に身に過ぎた奇跡だ。そう何度も捕らえられてはたまらぬわ。
It'd be unthinkable for me to be captured like that multiple times.
じいさまが前のゲームだかで言ってたな。魔法は確率的奇跡に宿るみたいなことをよ。
They did say that. But then this episode, they've been bringing about the whole theme of magic lies in believing, right? The more you kind of religious in that way, the more you believe, the stronger the magic. But Kinzo was saying, and Beato too was saying last game that, and in episode 1 as well, talking about how miracles in magic and it comes from taking miracles and taking risks in miracles, right? The more you risk, the bigger the magic and power and reward and miracle.
金蔵はわらわを再び捕らえる秘術を探るうちにそこに行き着いたのだ。
So that's where Kinzo ended up at, not necessarily what is actually the case, maybe.
そして13人の生贄を捧げることでわらわを再び蘇らせる儀式をついに編み出したのだ。
So he spent 20 years trying to find a way to capture you again. And then he was like, aha! I found this ritual where I can offer 13 sacrifices, revive Beato, and then once I revived her, I can trap her. That was his plan?
13人の生贄。
You know it, it's the epitaph.
それが魔女の碑文。
Yes, we're aware.
生贄の歌でございます。第一の番に6人。
Then 2, then what, 4?
第二の番に2人。
And then 4 was it?
そして
5.
第4の番から第8の番にかけて5人。
And the 4th through 8th twilights. But on the 3rd twilight we just praise her noble name. Isn't that funny? 6 on the 1st, 2 on the 2nd. Skip the 3rd because we're somehow supposed to praise her noble name. And then 4 through 8 we get the rest of the 5. I think that's interesting.
合計13人の生贄を捧げる禁じられた儀式。その生贄はランダムに決められ、儀式を執り行う金蔵自身も例外にはなりません。
He's not an exception. That's why he's risking it all, because there's risk, magic and risk.
バカ野郎。
It is crazy.
この島で起こったあの凄惨な殺人が全部おかしな儀式だっていうのかよ。
I was vaguely thinking that this might be a possibility, but I can't just hear that this is the truth from a witch and a demon and say, oh, really? And accept it.
六軒島には18人いる。 13人が生贄に捧げられ、5人だけが生き残る。
What do you do with the 5 then?
そしてわらわはよみがえる。
You revive, and then you revive the souls of the dead, revive the love they possessed, and then one for the witch to eternally rest.
つまり金蔵がわらわに再び会える確率はだいたい3分の1といったところか。
The odds that Kinzo will be able to meet me again are probably around 1/3.
その確率に自らの命を落とし、残りわずかな寿命の最後の一瞬にわらわとの再会を望んだのだ。
What a crazy guy. Then he shut himself in his own room with a magic barrier, so his chances have risen higher, right? So he died in the first episode still somehow, but survived the second episode. How is he gonna go the third episode? Question mark?
そのふざけた儀式のために俺たち親族が集められたってのかよ。ふざけやがって。いい加減なことを抜かすんじゃねえ。
元より契約の通りだ。
Oh! From the beginning? From the original contract, you tell me that this ritual was planned? So before this homunculus, before you turned to a human, before he trapped you in, before all of that bullcrap, this ritual was planned? That's crazy. That means that's even before he gave birth to any children and then get grandchildren. That's crazy.
金蔵の生を終えるとき、
What do you mean Kinzo's life ended?
貸し与えた黄金と、そして金蔵が生み出した財産のすべてをわらわがもらい受けることになっておる。
I mean, yeah, that was in the contract. And then you made another contract or something where you're like, alright. I'll give it to someone else, but I have to solve the riddle of the epitaph. What? What does that even mean?
金蔵には散々に英雄を飲まされたが、今となってはこの1000年でも稀な時間だった。何しろ魔女の天敵は退屈よ。それから逃れることのできる数十年間を提供した金蔵には、なるほど、それも含めて借りがあるやもしれぬ。
Considering that among other things, I might have a slight debt to him.
わらわは金蔵のゲームに乗ることにした。そしてまず金蔵は後ろ宮家当主の指輪をわらわに返却する。
Okay.
わらわの黄金で復興させた家だからな。そして13人の生贄を気まぐれに決めるのだ。
Okay.
そしてその過程でお前たちが右往左往し、
Frick you.
わらわに立ち向かおうと様々な人間模様を見せてくれることはわらわにとって非常に愉快なことだ。
Frick you.
わらわはこの金蔵のゲームを実に気に入っている。
Yeah, and we really do hate you. I hate you.
ああ、そんな魔法話は絶対信じねえぞ。じゃあお前は誰なんだ。お前は崖から転落して死んだんだろうが、魂が抜け出して蝶になって森へ。そんなのあるわけねえだろうが。
He fell off a cliff and died, dang it. Hmm.
だがお前はここにいる。誰だってんだ。お前こそが19人目じゃねえのかよ。
Aren't you the 19th person?
そうであるな。わらわこそが19人目であろうな。
But is she really?
だがダメだぜ。
全然ダメだ?
全然ダメだ。
Why'd you copy me? That's what I say. Why'd you copy me? Hey. Nah. You can kill me, torture me, kill my family, whatever it is. Like, have your freaking servants eat me up. Why you copying my catchphrase? That's not. Allow it. We ain't allowing it. We no. Hey, now you've killed me again. Why? Why have you
こ
done that?
の六軒島に19人以上の人間は
Oh,
存在し
okay. 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 She's bringing in the heat. Ooh. Wait. Wait. Aha. Wait. Let's check first. Battler. Calm down. It's a game of chess. Calm down. Don't rush to conclusions. She said this in red. There are no more than 18 humans on this rocket, but calm down. Yeah, but then that would be admitting that magic exists. Damn it. I was gonna say, does she count the servants as humans? Does she count Kumasawa, Kanon, Shannon, Genji, Gora as humans? But even if she doesn't, me saying that is the same as admitting that furniture is a thing and that they can use magic, and so magic. I'm losing the battle there. So we have to go into this admitting that it has to be one of the 18, including the servants. Frick! But I still need to calm down. We need to think. Nah, Battler, what the frick, yo? She just says it in red, just like that? Just like that? In red? That's crazy. That's crazy, Beatrice. That's crazy that you're just gonna admit. You were so cautious about revealing that earlier. Now just like, here, you've wanted this, right? There are no more than 18 humans on this Rockin' Jima. Here you go. Have it. Red truth. Yeah. Now we have to suspect one of the 18, Battler. Unfortunate. She said it in red, yo. She said it in red.
ってことは18人プラス X か X は存在しないってのかよ
Does not exist. We have to blame one of the 18.
俺が取ったコマ X は存在しないってのかよ
There goes the devil's proof, mate. There goes the devil's proof. And the Hempel's Rivet simultaneously. All of that was for nothing. Frick you, Runave, frick you.
そういうことになります。実にご愁傷様ですよ。
Frick you! You knew this would happen, so you were laughing earlier going, congratulations, idiot. You knew this would happen. Frick you! You said we'd be friends, we're not friends. Frick you.
しかし、お嬢様は手がお早いですな。もう少し泳がせて、最後にひっくり返すものとばかり思っておりました。さて、バトラ様。紅茶のおかわりはもう結構ですか？
いらねえよ、チキショウ
Alright, Battler, what's your next line of thinking? She's confirmed that there's no more than 18 humans on this island. So could the culprit be an animal? Could the culprit be one of the wolves? The wolf in the forest. They become smart enough to kill humans now in an order of rituals. That or maybe I mean, considering the fact that this is the second time we've had wolves mentioned, right? The first time was also regarding Rosa with Maria. We were playing that wolf and sheep game. That was the first time wolves was mentioned and became a big thing. So now we've got another wolf mentioning, and yeah, maybe wolves have a bigger part to play than we think.
俺は信じないぞ18人の中に犯人がいるわけね
Alright, she did, to be fair to you, she didn't say the culprit was one of the 18. All she said was that there's 18 people on the island. Just saying.
じゃあお前は何なんだよどうしてここにいるんだよ19人目が存在しないってんならお前は18人の誰かの変装だって言うのかよ
そなたにとってしぶしぶとではあっても18人の誰かを疑うことが最後の逃げ道キャスリングとなるであろうなしかし わらわはここからが難しいのだ。そなたはなりふりさえ捨てれば18人もの人間を自在に犯人に仕立て上げられる。その18人の駒をくぐり抜け、わらわを認めさせチェックメイトに至るのは実に難しいことよ。
The opera is just beginning. You need only throw away appearances, and you can prepare a corporate freedom with the 18 people. Finding a route through those 18 pieces, you need to checkmate you and force you to accepting will be truly difficult. Okay, I was trying to understand what you're saying, but I think I get it now. So she's saying that I have a much easier time because all I need to do was just say, say, oh, this is the culprit, it's one of the 18 people. But she has to find a way to make me succumb by proving that it was none of the 18 people. So she's saying that she has a harder time than I do to win this. But what she doesn't get is Battler wants to be fully convinced that it's not one of the 18. So maybe it's not as hard on her as she thinks it is. Maybe for this game it is, but in general it isn't for Battler. It's gonna be hard for him to admit that it's one of the 18.
そんなことするもんか。18人の誰も疑わない。疑いたくない。またここに追い込まれちまったのか。畜生畜生畜生。
三度に及んだそなたとのゲーム、いよいよ終盤戦のようではないか。
The end game? But there's 8 episodes! We're on episode 3!
もう逃げ場はないぞ。お前の大好きな18人を疑いたくないだろう。わらわがそれをかぶってやるぞ。なのになぜわらわを拒むのか。序盤は本のように、中盤は魔術師のように、そして終盤は機械のようにさせとな。
The end game like a machine!
これより詰めるぞ。
Like a machine?
ゆっくりじっくり確実にな。いや、それともそなたにふさわしく一気に畳みかけるのが良いのか。そなたにはそれが似合うだろう。そうしよう。
Let's do that!
すでにそなたの苦手とする攻め方も知り抜いておるわ。
Okie dokie, Beato. Glass break? No? It's the end of the part either way. It's fine if you don't give me a glass break. I'm gonna end it there anyway. We're going to the guest house. Battler and Jessica. Hey, Canon! The first appearance in the whole episode! Genji first appearance in the whole episode! That's the first time they've ever appeared. That's crazy. Shannon's appeared before. What's up, George? Alright, that happens. We've already seen those scenes though, in episode 1. I think. So I already know what happens there. There's Beato. That's her portrait. Butterfly. Oh. The dining hall. Cross, how you doing? You need more screen time. Hey, sup, Rudolph. You also kinda need more screen time. And same with you, Kitty. I want you both to have more screen time. Eva, I'm good with you. Hey, Nazi, yeah, I'm good with you. But I like you both. Rosa, hey, sup, Hideyoshi. Rosa, what's up? How you doing? Hey, oh, okay, hello, Gora. Alright, cool. This is probably lagging as hell for you guys. What's up, Lamp? Yeah, this is probably the frame rate is probably trash for you guys because of the rain. Okay, Kinzo. We're gonna look at all 18 people here. Huh? Nanjo, Kumosawa, where you at? Okay, more Beato portraits. God damn, you really wanna rub it in? Okay. Okay. Okay, more portrait. This is the same portrait as earlier. Are we gonna have a glass break? Last time this sort of thing happened, we had a glass break. Hello. Hala. Oh, okay. Okay, not a glass break, but chapter and then ending either way. Alright, that's how the chapter ends. And it's midnight already? Wow. So wait, people are already gonna die in a second here. We're already getting to the deaths? Damn, okay, okay. So we're gonna move all past all of that boring, well, not boring, but you know what I mean, right? All the slow, methodical, slice of life stuff and get straight to the deaths, to the good. Okay. Okay, alright, it's midnight. Okay. Midnight Sunday. The beginning of the ritual. Yep. It's beginning. Okay. Okay. This is good. I'm glad that it's going faster paced like this. Yes. No more family arguments for a while. This is good.
さてこの旅のゲームはどう転ぶのか委ねるもよし抗うもよし
I find it interesting once more that Kinzo says this time, as if it's happened before to him, as if he's experienced this before. And I've mentioned this before, but I want to mention it again. It's as if Kinzo, just like Battler, has already witnessed these games before, this ritual.
いずれにせよわしに残されたわずかの
Banquet.
命をトスに値する実に楽しい宴よ
Okay, this episode is called Banquet of the Golden Witch. Does Kinzo know that this is a banquet? Does Kinzo just know this? Either way, should be an entertaining banquet worth spending my short remaining life on. Okay. We're gonna end it there. I hope you guys enjoyed this part of Umineko when they cry. I mean, Has Kinzo experienced this ritual before? I mean, even if he hasn't experienced this ritual before, he's the one that wrote the riddle to the epitaph and put it below her portrait. So surely he must know about it somehow. How does he know this much about it? I mean, did he just read the books and enough of those books he was able to write the epitaph about this whole ritual? But then Kinzo. I'm thinking, Kinzo, ritual. Did he know, how much does he know about the ritual? Kinzo. It's tough to say. If he's experienced this ritual before, he's gone through it before, or maybe he's like Battler and it's gone through multiple word lines. Then that's something. Alright. This was a very interesting part from start to finish, right? Rosa and Beato going out and about, right? Leaving their cage. Well, Beato leaving her cage. She fell and died, freed herself, gained her witch memories, talked to Battler, confirmed that there's only 18 people in this Rokkenjima and the ritual is about to start. That's basically this part. Yeah, it's been good. I hope you guys have enjoyed this. At least as much as I enjoyed reading it. And I'll see you guys next time for some more Umineko when they cry, everybody. Alright, y'all. Peace.